Click that sucker.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
It's official.
Live from beautiful Chico, California. It's
Thursday night.
Shark Tales
It's Thursday night. Woo.
with Andy.
With Andy.
Yep. One viewer.
We're
Two
here.
viewers.
I'm still looking.
So yeah, we are here in Chico for the Tyler Wolf weekend. 2 nights of racing.
Tyler Wolf.
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 Hungry like a wolf.
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 Tyler was a good kid.
I know. I liked him
Yeah.
a lot. I was lucky enough because I got to watch a ton of kids grow up racing in go-karts, and he was definitely one to watch because he was always like, he would always go up to the next division at a super young age.
Really?
Yeah, so then get up in the 125s, then up to the 500s, and like before you knew it, like he was racing sprint cars, like early. But he was
Good kid.
Good kid, good family.
dad. He was one of the few kart kids that came out of Cycleland that didn't run everybody over.
absolutely.
Kind of like you.
Nah.
Yeah, you're a Cycleland kid that didn't run everybody over.
I tried not to. I ran you over last year.
Yeah, that was just one time at band camp. So, anyways, tomorrow night is just 360s, modifieds, and hobby stocks. And then Saturday's SCCT and
You say lightning,
lightning sprints. So, that's what's going on in Chico. Let's talk about last weekend. We both
Talking
did...
about practice?
No, not practice. Last weekend.
Yeah.
We both did something pretty good, and we both did something not so good. We
we both got a couple seconds.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's not too shabby. I'll take a second.
So will I. So you started the weekend off first.
And I driving to Oregon. We're basically like,
How was that drive?
so it's funny because like later this year we're going to Skagit, but then I'm doing this drive and you see the town signs on the side of the road like mileage to the next town, and it's always like Cottage Grove 10 miles, blah 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 30 miles, Portland 400 miles, and it's like, oh my god, Skagit's way
I was
past
gonna say
that.
Skagit's a long ways past Portland.
Oh, so it's like it's teasing me. It's like, man, you have this far to go to Portland, and you got to keep on going. So, yeah.
I went to Skagit in 2004, and on my drive home, I sat there and gritted my teeth the whole trip home, told myself I am never going back to Skagit. And guess what? I've never been back to Skagit. Nope.
Crazy.
Too goddamn far.
Dang.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you ran the NARC Speed Week show at
Yes.
Lebanon. How'd that go?
Didn't go well.
No?
Like, and that, so we just got the 22 team, just got a
First
brand new
night.
410, first night on the 410.
Brand new
Brand new-
motor?
Brand new motor.
Really? Who
is-
built it?
It was Shark.
Okay.
And then it was a new car, a different car. I don't know how new it was, but
New to you guys.
yeah.
So you were all screwed up. A new motor, a new car.
kind of like
Those are tough nights.
our main problem was the gear. Like we were just off on the gear, but I couldn't tell like from hot laps to qualifying, so we were kind of stuck. But we were just flat-footed, wide open, kind of around the top, and just didn't have any speed and qualified like 13th or whatever out of like 16.
Did you have too low of a gear in it?
Yeah, just like our low RPMs were like 76.
Yeah, boy, yeah, you had way too low of a gear. in
Yeah.
it. Making a ton of noise, going nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done that. I've done that.
So yeah, but then it was a bummer because like he kind of reworked the track, and like he tilled the bottom. Qualifying was around the top, so
Wow.
yeah, got to the heat races, and then there was this groove on the bottom. Okay, you actually might have loved it. Like there was no tractor tires,
Yeah,
but there was
I
no
saw that.
berm either,
Yeah,
so
I
you were
noticed
kind
that.
of like you could race in the grass basically if you wanted to.
So it's funny, I didn't see qualifying, but when I did finally get onto flow, everybody was hugging the bottom. So
Yeah.
to hear you say that you ran the top in qualifying,
Yep.
the track transition, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
And I was like third car out, I think, third or fourth. But I didn't know what to do actually after hot
I
laps
hate
because I'm
that.
like, man, because there was like a big, like a whole car and a half length groove around the bottom, but it was still kind of greasy in hot laps. So I'm like, man, I wonder if it's good down there. And I was trying to watch on flow, like in the car, but there's always like a big delay. There's
Yeah.
like 2-car delay or something. And if I'm the third car out, I can't watch
Nope.
anybody. So
Tossing the phone out as they're pushing you off.
Yep, that's what I did. But yeah, ripped the top, but didn't have any speed. But yeah, everybody in the heat race, I was hoping like, man, I'm in the first heat race. Everybody's gonna go in the high line, like in qualifying. I'm gonna sneak around this bottom. Well, everybody was that smart.
Everybody had the same idea.
Everybody went down there, and then it never went away. It had that moisture, that lane and a half around the bottom the whole night, and never went away. So it's just like everybody's almost like running full throttle
Yeah,
around the
that's what it
bottom.
looked
So
like.
it was really, really tough to pass.
Willie got by a lapper, and then Colby tried, Colby Copeland, and finally, I think, gave up second place because he tried so hard getting around the
He
car.
got like 10th or something.
Yeah, I
like
don't
that.
know
was
what the
watching
hell
the results.
happened.
Like I kind of was looking back. Somebody posted that like he was second with 10 to go, and then all of a sudden he finished like 9th or 10th or something. Like, so I don't know what. Something had to have happened.
Yeah, there was a
We were
miscalculation.
just talking to him.
Yeah, we should have asked him.
Should have asked him.
Okay, so
then our plan was to run Cottage Grove,
okay,
and that got rained out. And they basically
Marvin Smith. Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
So that canceled that Friday night. We were supposed to be there Saturday and Sunday.
That would have been almost. I'm not saying I would do it, but that's almost worth it. Thursday, Friday, Saturday
Yeah,
in Oregon.
yeah.
I could almost. You could almost twist my arm. Almost. Probably still not going to do it. But okay,
Yeah.
so that makes sense now. Then.
Of us being up there.
Yeah.
You're saying, yeah.
So now I want to make fun of you more. How was the drive home? How long is that drive from Lebanon?
It wasn't too bad. So
Like 7-8 hours? 9?
no, probably like 6, because I think we ended up going to Cottage Grove after Lebanon, stayed in a hotel, and then I think from there I went straight to Cycleland, and I think it was like 5 hours. 5 something.
Well,
Colby's on now. What happened, Colby? What
Yeah.
happened?
oh yeah, Colby, we just talked about you running second at Lebanon and then
You're like
not running second.
yeah,
you were
second with
trying
like 10
really
to go.
hard to pass a lap car. So you
then
can
all
get
of a sudden
back
you
to us.
finished like 9th or 10th, so we wanted to know what happened.
So Golubic came back from Lebanon.
So did Colby. Yeah.
Well, we are not going to count Colby because I don't think did he have to work on the car? Did did he run the same car?
Yes,
16? Okay.
they were in the 16A. He said he drove to Red Bluff, stopped in at QRC, like in their parking lot.
that's right.
Did a motor
Yes,
swap
yes.
and everything,
Okay.
and then ran Stockton. Those
So-
guys are animals.
Let me tell you, I did the same trip one year, did a bunch of races, and I ran 8 races in 9 nights. And my 8th race was at Petaluma. I think I had to come home for a Civil War race. And the track was really juiced up, and people weren't packing track. And this one driver that was across the pit area from me, I was really pissed off that he didn't have any mud in his car. And I took this chunk of mud. It was like the size of a watermelon. And I had so much adrenaline. I flung that chunk of mud. And I mean, we're talking 40 yards maybe.
Jeez.
It hit the sideboard of the, past the driver's face. Excuse me, driver's dad's face. Slammed the side panel. Alan, I was driving for F&F. Bradway looks at me and goes, "You could have fucking killed him!" And I was like, "Yeah, I know, you're kind of right, man. I'm sorry." But yeah, I couldn't handle that drive home in 9 days and 8 races. It was just like, I was at my max, my wit's end. But,
Found your
so
limit.
that's
huh?
about the last time I think I went and raced in Oregon.
Jeez.
I'm just a homebody. I mean, I wish there was 3 tracks in Auburn. I would just run those 3 tracks. But no, I got to drive all the way, hour and 45-minute drive to Chico. Ugh. Okay, so we talked about everybody coming home to Stockton. I ran Stockton and did pretty goddamn good for a change. I don't know what the hell was going on.
This guy, so you had Stockton's number for a while.
I did.
Had a lot of wins there.
And then they reconfigured it.
Then they reconfigured it.
Screwed me all up.
Somehow that screwed you all up. But hey, you looked really good. Qualified real good.
Yeah.
Like threw down a hell of a lap for your
Yeah.
group. Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
So I want to take a small amount of credit. So last year, and I don't know if it's credit, but I obviously FNF and I myself were parting ways. So I didn't really know what was going to happen this year, but I knew I was going to be in my own car. So we did go to Stockton for the November doubleheader, Friday, Saturday show, and we just sucked. I mean, both nights we threw a lot of different things at it. But
Talked about running all those gears, like
yeah,
from
no,
where
I mean,
started,
you
from where
talked
you
about
ended
the
it.
gearing. You know, it's hard to figure out what you're doing with certain motors, and it's like we took all that crap that we did wrong in November, and we put a different package together for the other night,
Yeah.
and it was just like it kind of worked pretty good.
Cool.
So that was cool.
Hard work pays off.
Yeah,
guys.
man,
Check
we
it
went
out.
and spent a shit ton of money on racing 2 nights at Stockton last November, and it paid off in May. So
Well done.
yeah, that's how that worked. So didn't win, ran second, but we were competitive. We were in the mix. Might have won. I just didn't get past this. The same lap car messed me up both times when I came around to get by him,
Yeah.
and I lost my momentum.
Yeah,
but-
so we were at Cycleland and I was watching on Flow. It was kind of bad reception over there, so it was kind of like choppy. But it looked like you just caught the lapper at the wrong time. Then
he was missing a left front shock too.
yeah, I saw that.
Good God, I mean,
front
I mean-
hopping like crazy.
My ass is puckered driving around there with the car's perfect. I can't imagine being out there with the left front shock missing. But yeah, I made my mind up. I was like, I'm just going to go around lappers. I don't give a shit. I'm not letting anybody get to go around me because I checked up. And every time I tried to go around this car, everybody went underneath me. So, darn it. But how'd that work for Shane Golobic when he went under a lapper?
Yeah.
Under caution.
Well, was there a caution?
I think the caution was coming out, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it says, so on Flow, you're kind of listening to Gary saying, oh, that car's going to the infield. Are we going to stay green? I don't know. Oh, Goldbig's over. It's like, oh.
Yeah, actually, I think the 37 might have blown up, is what I was told. So he was
Oh.
kind of coasting down, and Shane was just underneath him. It was just like horrible timing, just the
Yeah.
absolute worst thing ever. So, in my mind, I started in the front row. I'm like, just get out, clean air. If you hit the cautions right, this race might be yours. Just keep Shane behind you. Like, I don't think I'm fast enough to beat Shane, but I'm fast enough to keep him behind me. Once he's in front of you, you're screwed, right? So, especially at Stockton. So, he got by me, and I was like, oh, shit. There goes the race. And then when he got upside down, I thought, well, maybe the game back on, right? Game on. But Robinson got by
Sorry
me.
about your luck, Shane.
Oh, yeah. Sorry you got taken out, Shane. Anyways. So that was my Saturday at Stockton. And then we both rolled to Marysville.
Yeah, then we went to Marysville. The 22 team. Okay, so check this out. So they go to Lebanon, 2 trailers, one with the 410, one with the 360.
Man, your team is loaded. 2 trailers. God dang.
Yeah, Rodney, check that out. Big roller over here. But
His trailer is a
Had a-
piece of shit. I'm just kidding.
so he had a buddy in Lebanon, left the 410 with him, so he kept that at their house, at their shop, drove the 360 car down to Marysville for a one-night deal, ran Marysville, and then he does have a brother who lives in Magalia, so he kept that the trailer there, car and trailer there, so I think he actually is flying in for this race this weekend.
Obviously, is it his own jet?
I think so. I think
Big
it's
pimpin'.
private.
Big pimpin'. God dang. Wish I had a car owner that had all that kind of money. 2 trailers, flying in his private jet. Is he just going to parachute out here or what?
Yes. Whatever his prerogative.
That's what I always wanted Dan Simpson. I don't know if any of you guys remember Dan Simpson, but he would fly into Chico in his
and
own
Quincy.
little... Yeah. I always thought, if he was really cool, he'd just parachute right into the infield. But he never did. Okay, so Marysville. So here was my plan last weekend. I'm going to suck at Stockton, and I'm going to do good at Marysville.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, I did good at Stockton, and I sucked at Marysville. Plan went out the window.
But at least you, yeah. You were
Well, I
doing
mean, I didn't
good,
get
you
a
just
good
kinda
finish,
crashed,
yeah. You, on the other hand, excelled at Marysville.
Yeah, we did good, but like it was funny because I did not feel good when we started there. Like we were like next to last in hot laps. Like we were the first group. Like I felt
The car was
really
getting
slow.
off of turn 2 really funky. I didn't like how his body language was.
It was, yeah. We were just slow. Then went out to qualify, and it was actually a decent lap kind of with our group, but it was still third. But yeah, I didn't have the speed yet. But every time we got on the track, we got better. So put in the work, just like you said,
Yeah.
Andy.
You were
Kept getting better and better.
super impressive in the dash.
Yeah, we kind of backed into the dash because, yes, us being third, quick time, wasn't able to transfer. The guy who got
Oh,
second.
darn. Let's make fun of that person.
No.
Who was it? Oh, it was Fridas, huh?
Yeah.
God dang it, Fridas. All you had to do was run 5th. You started 4th. I remember that. I was like, what? I was sitting next to his mom, too, and I wanted to tell her, like, go talk to your kid. This is not how you do it.
So I was almost thinking, well, for whatever reason in my head, I'm like, well, there's 4 transfer. I'm like, well, Hopkins is back there. Like, he'll be able to get him. Well, 2 guys needed to get him. So, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not saying it's easy, but, I mean, when you're the fast time car with this format, you basically just kind of get off of
Mind
turn
your P's
2
and
in
Q's.
4th place, and then you just kind of run down the middle of the track. The cars behind you are typically the slower cars. They're not going to pass you. But hey, Fridas, this guy thanks you.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, because he didn't make it second quick, won the heat. So the next fastest car to make the transfer was third quick, and that was me. So, yeah, just kind of backed into the dash. And then, this is my strategy for pill draw. Let everybody else draw, and whatever's left, I'll get. And there was a 3 and a 5 left, but I actually happened to pick the 3. So,
Nice.
I actually did good. I had a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, we were gonna get you.
50-50 shot, I mean,
I know.
that
8-pill Jimmy's, it's 8-pill Becker.
if it's good for you, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did not make the dash. I didn't back into nothing, even though I kind of had some help. I mean, Colby got taken out. So my guys are like, this heat's kind of screwed. We got Copeland in the front row. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not going to win the heat from the second row if Colby's in the front row. Well, then he gets stuffed in the fence and crashes. So I'm like, well, now there is some hope here. But unfortunately, Gomes moved up a row. He, you're not going to beat Tony from behind him either. So
Yeah.
no backing in the dash for me. But it is amazing how certain things in a night can really just change the whole outcome of the evening.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Stuff like that happens all the time. Yeah.
I started 12th and was moving forward. We were good. I don't know how great I was, but we were good. And then I got to Jody, and she was running a fine line. I mean, it was fine. It wasn't crazy or nothing, but she would go in high and then dart down low off of 4, which is a fine.
Carricks are kind of doing that.
Were
too.
they?
Yeah.
Okay, I never got that far up to see them, but the point of that, though, is you just need to beat her or beat that driver to her exit point. And once you do that, you screw her exit up and you've completed the pass. So I was inching, and I think she might have decided, oh, shoot, it's time for me to change something up. So she went in a little lower than I anticipated her, and I had already committed to this is the turn I'm going to get her.
Yeah.
And I basically, I'm going to say she chopped me, but I think I ran her over. But ran her over, popped my tire, popped her, I think I screwed up her front end. And so we went in, changed tires, and then went to the back, and that was that for me.
And I lapped him.
Did I get out of the way though, super
You did.
politely? Yeah, I mean, I was like,
what a
I was like
respectful
trying to
racer
drive up
right
on the
there.
backstretch wall. I'm like, I gotta get out of the way, and the freaking right side muffler had fallen off by then. My fucking
Oh, did it really?
Sorry, my leg was hot. Yeah, so I was
Oh,
like, okay, I'm
jeez.
getting lapped. The muffler fell off. It's just time to get
Yeah,
off the
then
track.
you just pulled in, yeah.
So
Wow.
let's talk about how awesome your last 15 laps went.
Yeah, so it was weird because I felt good in the dash, so I was really confident. Started third in the main, and we were so tight. So were you tight at all to start?
I mean, I wouldn't say we were perfect. I mean, there was
You
some
were moving forward.
there
though,
was some
wasn't it?
hiccuping
Yeah.
and bullshit going on out there, but that was the track.
Yeah,
But the backup, what did you say your car was?
tight.
Okay, because I asked you how your car was Sunday night, and you said it a little differently.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I do. Put your earmuffs on at home if you don't like foul language. I asked this guy, so like, why were you so bad at the beginning of the race and so good at the end? He goes, oh, I was fucking tight. And I was eating as he was talking to me, and I was standing next to your wife, and I'm like registering this for like 3 seconds, and I look at her, and she looks at me, and like, did he just say the F word?
You
What
guys
the-
must. You guys
We
must,
both
must-
said it at the same time. We were so confused. Like,
You guys.
I've
must
never
have-
heard
you
him
heard
cuss.
that, right? I heard. I think that's what he. Is that what he just said? What just happened?
You guys must have misheard.
Okay, so one of two things is going on here. Either you were really tight, or I'm rubbing off on you.
It's,
And if that-
it's both.
Okay.
It's definitely both.
You're rubbing off on
Listen, there's a lot of cool people that cuss and say the F word. Tony Beats from Gold Rush, he cusses all the time. Andrew Dice Clay. Who's the guy on Snakes on a Plane? He cusses the whole time. Samuel Jackson, he says the F word all the time. He's cool. So
But
you know
I'm
what?
not cool.
You are cool if you're going to start saying the F word.
I am not cool.
You're officially cool.
No, I don't. I don't think that happened, ladies and gentlemen. Gosh darn it.
Andrew Dice Clay, Samuel L. Jackson, Tony Beast from Gold Rush, and Andy Forsberg and Sean Becker. Cool people that say the F word.
Oh, no.
Your mom's, you know what? I feel like I'm like the kid in elementary school that had the older brothers that taught, like, the only child didn't know about sex and drinking and smoking and cussing, but the kid that had 3 older brothers, they all taught like this. He's in 6th grade and he's smoking and having sex, and he's the kid that your mom says, "Don't hang out with that kid." I'm that kid.
I think my mom still says that.
Yeah, about me.
I know.
Anyways, I digress. I don't. Why did you say the F word?
I don't know.
I think it
really
is
don't
me.
know.
I'm taking credit. I've rubbed off on you.
Well, like
It's a Julie Yorks that you have.
we were. I mean, we
Know
were
your audience?
really tight. Yes, I don't know. I was trying to explain it to you in words.
So
you
I mean, that's how
understand.
tight the car was.
It was super tight. Like
So, super tight doesn't
Super duper.
portray how tight it was, but you gotta say it was fucking tight.
yes.
All right.
Oh,
You understood it.
Well, it took me a second. I was like, "Whoa, what did this guy just say?" Because I don't know if I've ever heard you cuss. Seriously, what? Do you ever cuss?
No. That was weird. It was really weird.
It
Now
was.
he's admitting it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm making you blush. Talk about the rest of your race.
So I went backwards because I was a little tight. So I did go backwards. I think just to 5th or so, but it was a handful. I was trying to run the same line I did in the dash, like kind of in the middle.
How was that working?
I couldn't do it. Like it seemed like I'd get down to the center and then still be like turned hard left.
Because it
and
looked so easy in the dash.
Yes.
It was like you were just making
I was
blocks.
so
I was like, God, how's he
confident
doing
after
that?
the dash. Yeah, it was rolling around there, and I even kind of mentioned. I said, hey, I think the track's coming back up. I think everybody's gonna be on the bottom. We should free it up. Like I think we even hung the right rear out a little bit more, and I don't know what else we did after that. But so we had it in our mind that it was gonna come back. We should free it up some, but it was not enough. And so it forced me to get up on the wheel and try something else to make that work. And what worked for me was going around all the holes, up in the high line in 1 and 2, and almost like kind of diamonding off the corner, kind of like Jody and the characters were doing in 3 and 4, but I was kind of doing that in 1 and 2.
Did you ever go out on the track and look at the hole entering the top of 1?
No.
I
Like,
took a
my-
picture.
my
It was
wife
down
did
to
take a
like
picture.
sand and
Yes.
river rock. Like we were down to like ancient Marysville riverbed. It was crazy.
So I think on the first red, I was stopped on the front straightaway, and I could see, like, dry slick
Yeah, it was crazy.
to this hole, but then there was like this little groove above it, kind of where the cushion was, and I said, well, I bet I can kind of straddle that and
Yeah.
like get the right rear on the cushion and not mess with the hole at all. So
You just
it
drove
worked.
over the hole. You let the hole go right through the middle
Yeah,
of your car.
just right between the legs, baby.
So I didn't realize how badass your driving was until I saw the highlights on Flow. And I could just tell by the body language of that car and how you were just freaking, just like aggressively, just like flexing your muscles the whole time. It was awesome. Like
Thank you,
freaking
man.
man.
Jeez. So-
Cycleland kids don't drive like that, but this kid did.
Maybe it was because
Man.
he won at Cycleland
Maybe
the
'cause
night
I did
before.
win.
You
Yeah.
did? I didn't even ask about Cycleland.
Yeah, I ran Cyclone and won.
You know, we were talking about Cycleland. I never even like asked, how'd you do?
Yeah.
God damn, you had a good weekend.
It was a pretty good weekend. Yeah, well, yeah. Friday, not so much. Went, tried to pick on some 12-year-old kids and ended up winning that one. And then, yeah, second at Marysville. And so, I have to say, like, it's super,
You could have won, I think. I think you were faster than the leader.
for sure. I passed him twice. Once a yellow came out, and the second time I passed him, I should have completed it, but I didn't, and I'm mad at myself about it. But after the race was over, like, I had so many people like texting me, like calling me, like complimenting me, like on the drive that I had, and like,
That's because it's badass.
dude, it was so
Yeah.
Yes, and it was super flattering to hear all that. But like, you guys know that I didn't win, right? Like, I still just got second. So, but it was super flattering that everybody like appreciated that, and
It was fun to watch.
yeah,
It
that's
wasn't the fact that you ran second. It was just how the car looked, and that was your driving.
yeah.
It just the freaking zigging and zagging, and like you were like Jack Hottenchild out there. I mean, it was like just badass.
Jeez.
Ooh, there's a
And I'm not talking like
Yeah.
recent Jack Hottenchild. I'm talking like 1992 Jack Hottenchild.
old school
So that
Well-
was cool.
up on the wheel.
Well, this 22 car is fast. Like, every time we've been in it, it's been fast. Like, and no matter what track we've gone to. So I'm really looking forward to running 2 nights here at Chico with it. So it's gonna be fun.
And you know, I'm gonna look forward to making fun of your guys if they shut the tailgate of the trailer and try to head home with their lights still hanging out the back. Which I guess this isn't even the first time they've done that.
No, yeah, it happens all the time.
That was funny. They're all locked up, ready to go. I'm like, hey guys, what about those lights up there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
did
love
that
Placerville
again.
too. Okay, well, that's a recap of our last weekend. So, real quick, give me a breakdown on Cycleland. How did that go? Like, where did you start? You
It
were
was
in the
cool.
dash.
Well, actually, yeah, I qualified third, so that was cool. And then, so that locks you into the main, and then
But you got to run the dash and start row
Yeah.
4, 5, and 6, right?
yeah. So I started fourth in the dash, got fourth, and that put me starting 8th in the main.
Dang.
And then I fell back to like 9th, and then we were just kind of hanging out. But man, so Cycleland, it's so crazy because these races that we go, like, it's kind of a rare occasion that like you get a ton of carnage and like only like 12 cars finish or whatever. That kind of happens a lot at Cycleland. Like you see the infield, and there's like half the field is in the infield, and so if you just kind of cruise around, you might get a top 10 out of the deal. Well, so I dropped back to 9th, but I actually drove myself up to 4th, back to 5th, and then drove it back into 4th again, and then the top 3 all took each other out.
No way! It's like the caning.
Yes, it was. No. The caning, I was actually in front first before everybody wrecked
You
behind
were?
me. Yes,
Yes.
I was.
Oh, I thought you
Give
were
me
like a ninth in the first
no,
weight
no,
crash.
no. You got to give me credit. Like that was the only win I had last year, and I earned that one. Like
Well,
I actually
I'm trying
was
to
up
remember.
front.
I thought half the field took each other out.
No,
They did, but behind him.
So Golubic technically was leading.
Okay.
I started next to him on the
Okay.
inside. He had a flat tire. I didn't know. I thought I jumped the start because all of a
Cheater.
sudden, like he goes,
Cheater
and all of a
Becker.
sudden I take off and I'm looking over. I'm all, oh, they're gonna dock me. But I basically take the lead because the leader has a flat tire. Well, everybody ran into the leader with a flat tire and like big 10-car pile up. But that was all behind me. So I earned my passes.
I've
there.
done that. And it's funny. So we go full circle. I ran into somebody that started a race with a flat tire. Was Power Feet in 1999, and got pissed off and threw a 2x4 at him, and caused a big fight. And I happened to wear that fire suit that I was wearing that night.
Oh, really? That's
Sunday
the one?
night,
Okay.
yeah.
When you took
So yeah,
out his
I forgot my
daughter?
fire suit Sunday. That's how my night started. Is I forgot my fire suit. So I always have a spare fire suit. But for whatever reason, I've got this old decrepit 1997 fire suit in my gear bag for a spare, which I still fit in from 1997. I call Candace up. I'm like, hey, I already knew she was probably at the track, and I knew my dad was already there. I'm calling all these people, like, hey, where you at? Oh, we're here. I'm like, shit. I'm like, why? Candace goes, why? I'm like, well, I left my fire suit. I mean, it was all ready to go. All my fireproof underwear folded up, ready to go.
Yeah.
She goes, well, I'll run home and get it. I'm like, no, it's fine. I got a suit. She goes, what suit do you have? I'm like, well, it's my one from 97. She goes, why haven't you put a newer suit in there? But, yeah, so anyways, Power Feet came by, and he goes, I love your suit. I'm like, yeah, it's the one I was wearing the night I threw the 2x4 at you. So, yeah, we talked about the fight and that night, and so, yeah, 20 years later, I'm wearing the
tried to
same
reenact
suit, and then I run over his daughter in the same suit. Yeah, I mean, and we joked that in 20 years, I don't know, Ryan will be wearing the same suit and maybe running over your kid or something. I don't know.
Allison, he might run over you
this
in
sport
the next
is
sprint car race.
just crazy how time flies. But yeah, if anybody saw any pictures of me in a really old-looking fire suit, it's because I forgot my goddamn fire suit at home. My first race was in 1992, and I've made it till 2022 before I forgot my fire suit.
Oh, wow.
Now.
Have you ever forgot your fire suit?
No.
No?
So, and I remember one time being in the grandstands watching like a NARC race, and like Bobby McMahon like left his whole race
Gear
bag.
bag?
Yeah. And so then he was like piecemealing everybody's around the pits. Like,
I did
you got a fire
almost.
suit? You got a helmet?
I
Shoes?
almost had to do that one night because my gear bag flew out of my truck.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that.
So
story.
that was
going to Calistoga, right?
Yes, going to Calistoga, driving for the Family Auto Service, and we were going to run it was a 2-night show, so we had a bunch of crap in the back. We were staying the night at Mike Benson's, representing Benson actually right now.
Benson, yeah.
But we also were taking a quad. If Family Auto Service didn't have a quad at the time, so back of my truck's full of crap. So irregardless, we're going down. We're about in Dixon. Some guy gets up next to me. Hey, something flew out, and I'm thinking, oh, it's a sleeping bag or what? You know, who gives a shit? It's the freeway. I'm not going to stop.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I better see what it is. So I pull over and I get out. I'm like, oh crap, it's my gear bag.
Oh, jeez.
So now I'm on the shoulder going in reverse. You know, on the freeway.
Oh, God.
Yeah, like, where is it? Do you see it? Where's it at? I don't see it. So then I finally get to a...
With a trailer?
You didn't
No,
have
no,
to
I was
say
in my
that.
truck. Just my truck.
Oh. Like,
I get to a bridge.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that,
Oh, my gear bag would have been in the trailer. So,
no, like an open trailer. That's what I thought.
No,
Maybe you were towing
no,
like
no.
a quad or something.
so I got to a bridge to where if I was going to keep backing up, I was going to literally have to go into oncoming traffic. So I put in drive, go to the very next exit, take that exit, turn back around, drive a couple miles back down the freeway, get back on the freeway,
Oh, God.
go back towards Calistoga, and we're like scanning, and we can't find my gear bag. So now it's like,
man.
I'm screwed. I call Flory up. I'm like, what do you want me to do? I don't have anything. Everything I own safety-wise is in that bag. 2 helmets, 2 suits, you name it. I think Candace came up with the idea, call Caltrans or call CHP. We called anybody that had a phone number. And luckily, a Caltrans guy had picked it up before we even noticed it. And we were able to pick it up from him. It did break one of the helmets, but it was a hell of a lot better than wearing everybody else's crap. Flory called me up. He said, this guy's got a suit, and I got this guy's helmet. I'm like, I don't want to wear all their shit. I want my own stuff.
This germaphobe.
Yeah.
Wearing somebody else's
Not
head
gonna
sock.
happen. Not gonna do it.
Would you wear a head sock if it was not yours?
I might have not raced that night if I didn't find my stuff. Yeah. I want my own germs and my own helmet and my own crap. So, yeah, that's my story from Sunday, besides crashing.
Good stuff.
But guess who has both his fire suits and a newer spare fire suit?
Aw.
Yeah.
Not gonna have your old one for spare
No.
anymore?
I don't want to make everybody feel bad when I'm rolling around in a 20-year-old suit that I still fit in. Every time somebody made fun of me, I'm like, can you still wear something from 20 years ago? I didn't think so.
You can.
Yeah.
These shorts are probably 20 years old.
You
That
got-
shirt for sure.
I think I had, like, we were talking about fire suits this evening and, like, Design 500. I think it was, like, every 5 years I was getting new suits. But, like, I think every 5 years my weight, like, went up 10 pounds.
What? That
Like
you
from-
can't wear a
from
suit from
05,
20 years ago.
But I fit in those suits perfectly. Like, the suit I have from 05 from Design 500, that's what I wear at go-kart races. Fits like a glove.
Isn't it nice when your fire suit fits?
Oh, God, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not all suit companies can make that happen, but some do. It's an interesting concept.
I mean, Allison appreciates it.
I do.
She
Yeah.
looks good when she's racing,
I'm
cycling.
I'm
With
the
no,
best looking
she's got
person on the
no
track.
graphics on her car. She's just a black car with,
With duct
white
tape.
duct tape numbers, but she's got the
Tricked out fire
badass
suit.
fire suit, cruising the pits, and then she wears the fire suit home and her shoes. She won't take it off. Do you sleep in it?
No.
No.
All right, that's all right.
okay,
Yeah, I had a
that's
fire
too
suit
much.
made that Allison Becker actually can wear at cycling.
Because you see this body? It's a 14-year-old girl's body right there.
Hey, don't hate me because you ain't me.
If I were you, I'd wanna be me too.
All right, okay. I think we've talked enough bullshit about what we've been doing. Now it's time to just put up or shut up this weekend.
Yeah, Blake, let's go get a W tomorrow, huh? Let's do this.
Oh, your car owner's watching. Okay, so
he's probably on his private jet.
hey Blake, are
flying
you
in.
ready to run second again behind the 92?
You two don't ever run
Give me.
together.
I
Yeah,
know.
you know what? That is one
Let's-
thing we got to
yeah.
work on.
Always plan this and then it never works. Yeah.
We need to do good on the same night and talk about it.
Like the original Shark Tales, episode 1. Didn't we get like a 1-2 that night?
No. You did
We
win.
definitely
I
get a
think I was
1.
like fifth.
We
Yeah.
got a 1.
Yeah. Oh, Blake Cook says F. No, he ain't ready to run second. What, are you ready to run ninth? Wait a minute. He said he was in, then he said F no. So either you're in for second behind me or you're in for ninth. Be more clear. Oh, here on a cool note, a bunch of people were here working today at the track. Got her all tuned up. Looks the the carnies did not do this place any justice.
Oh, really?
Oh, brother.
I
I was pretty disheartened when I walked out there this morning. And then also, if anybody sees like a brand new red 250 Honda Quad, it belongs to Silver Dollar. Some a-hole helped themselves to that this week too, out of the barn. So there's thieves and pieces of shit everywhere, and just be better. Good grief. Yeah, keep an eye on your stuff. But okay.
Let's
Had
do
enough?
this. Yeah, I have to work tomorrow.
Oh, I wanted. I wanted to do something with you. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. This dork, he can do a Rubik's Cube. I watched him do it in like 2 minutes.
It's right there.
Well, it's put together. It's finished. He walks out with this Rubik's Cube, and I'm like, you can do Rubik's Cube? And he goes, yeah, it takes me a couple minutes. What a nerd. I mean, dude. That's pretty cool.
What did you marry?
A nerd.
I mean,
And then he hung out with Andy, and now he cusses.
yeah, you
and
know
stuff.
what? I'm going to make you so dumb you will not be able to do Rubik's Cube. Hang with me, and you'll be lucky to be smart enough to play checkers.
King me.
Bad boy, Sean.
Oh, God. Oh, Bobby, you tuned in way too late, buddy. Show's over.
It's night time now.
Yeah, it's time for us to go to bed.
I'm actually impressed. It's Thursday
I mean-
night, 12:15, and they're.
I know. Why
like,
did we start? Well,
there's
you
quite
should
a
have got
few
here.
people.
You should have got here earlier.
Well, I got here late.
Yeah. It's
You guys can't do the show without me.
Yeah.
Well, you had the dumb light and the sign.
And the
And
yeah.
the phone. And the clapper, the thing.
Well, the phone's mine. Give me some credit.
Oh.
Poor Troy had a ran over his phone today with the forklift.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a rough day for the Silver Dollar Clan. The quad got stolen. Troy ran his
Dang.
phone over.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's heartbreaking.
But we got her tuned up a little bit today, so if you come tomorrow to the races, or Saturday, use the garbage cans, take care of things, act like you want to come back. Do us all a favor.
Let's do this. It's gonna be a good weekend.
Yeah, I brought the Tyler Wolf trophy up. Almost forgot about that.
Fully assembled or part of it in a box?
No.
How many
I
pieces?
rebuilt it from the last
Did you really?
Yes, no, I
Good
rebuilt
job.
it. I kind of refinished it. That thing looks like tits on a
Wow,
Ritz.
awesome.
Luckily, the topper comes off because it was broken in like 14 different
Yeah,
pieces.
yeah.
So it literally drove next to me in the seat next to me on the way up. Trophy
wow.
was in the trailer. So I'm hoping I can take it back with me. But if not, whoever wins it Saturday, you're welcome. The thing's in really good shape now.
Good job, Andy.
Yeah.
Respect. This
Don't
guy
send a big
respects
wood trophy
everything
home with a
racing.
finisher. He's got to finish it right back up. But weren't you the last person that had it and beat the shit out of it?
No, it was broken.
It got
when we got
handed.
it.
We got a trophy.
I
and
was
I'm like,
throwing you
"Isn't
under the
there-"
bus and you weren't biting.
We got the trophy, and I said, "Isn't there supposed to be something on top of it?" And Troy said, "Oh yeah, here." And he handed me a cardboard box. I'm like, "What is this?" He goes, "This is how we got it back."
Yeah, well,
In a cardboard box?
It's it looks good. It's back to
We're
original.
not finishers,
Awesome. Good
so we
job.
brought
It's
it
back
back.
to the original status, and I only glued 2 fingers together when I put the eagle back together.
I tried buying a new one.
Yeah, we did try to look for a new topper, but we weren't finding the right one. So, anyways, all right, turn off the video machine, and we're going to bed.
Let's go
The
night
And
night.
video
time
machine.
to
We
kick
just
ass and
we
take
just
things
went back
tomorrow.
Are
to.
you supposed to do this?
Oh,
No,
don't-
that's just when you do action.
No. Then you go
Cut.
cut.
And you know what? We
Yeah.
do need to figure out if somebody is techie and can tell us what we're doing here. That's backwards.
Oh.
Because remember, this is all backwards. Like, you guys are on the wrong side. So it's like I have to.
I look like I'm on the right side to me.
I know.
No,
I look
when
right
you-
side.
So somebody look at the sign
It's backwards.
and tell us how to turn it around.
It looks like it says
You
Shark
have to
Tales
write
with
it.
Andy.
You have to write it.
You have to write in reverse.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay,
It's
so
got to be the camera.
Cut.
You have to
if
do
you're
the camera the
a
other
techie
way,
person,
so we wouldn't be able to watch ourselves.
if you're a techie person, tell us how to fix
No,
this.
you turn the camera around.
Well, then
no.
it'd be facing the motorhome on the other side.
So,
No,
but I think like the speaker.
Rubik's Cube guy says he knows how to do it, so we'll let him do it tomorrow.
No, we wouldn't be able to watch ourselves. Is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like,
well, we
if
like
you
to watch
turn
ourselves.
the camera around, you'd be able to see it properly.
Oh, Mike Yellen says, gotta not use the front
That's
facing
what I'm
camera.
saying.
I know,
yes.
but I think the problem with that is that like this is how. Remember
Right,
when I
it
used to
messes with
flip it
the-
around,
it
you
messes
couldn't
with
hear
the
it as
sound.
well.
Yep.
Mm.
So what I think I need to do is I need to start facing this way. I can
Sean's
flip
right.
the camera around, do this, and then flip it back around, and the sound will be right for you guys.
Boom. Done.
Done.
Finished.
All right. Finish him.
Mic drop.
Boom.
Hey, let's make fun of Mike Yellen. Hey, Mike Yellen, why don't you learn how to call a start rather than make fun of our
So
video?
he did say earlier, don't jump.
I'm just. Oh, did he? I never jump.
That is true.
We're,
I always get jumped.
Candace and I do yell like from the sit. Go, 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 go. They already went. Go.
That's so funny.
Go
I say
with
that
them.
to Lala.
I went.
And I say that to you and like Buckwheat whenever I'm watching like my family members race. I'm like, go, 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 go,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
go. Damn it.
Go go.
So I think that this last Sunday was like the first time I've watched a race in the stands at Marysville because I'm always in the booth. And I did text Gary at one point. I'm like, I think it's good I'm not in the booth. I am like standing up, screaming, yelling. The whole crowd was super into the race though, so it was fun to be
Did I get jumped
there.
on a start?
You always get jumped on a start.
No. He's saying I got called for a jump start.
Petaluma.
Oh, that's right. You did call a start back with me and Copeland.
It was horrible on the replay.
Yeah, you look like a complete idiot. I will admit. I mean, it really wasn't a jump, but I was kind of doing the bullshit games, the outside car plays.
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't say I jumped, but I would say I got called for bullshit games, which I'm fine with. If you want to call the guy on the outside for playing bullshit games, let's do it. But you gotta do it every
Gotta
time.
do it every time.
So, anyways, push the off button and let's go to bed.
Bye.
Good night.